up, nerds?
This is Dee.
This is Shelby.
And welcome to
Bumpin Gums.
So,
Anywho's in.
Bumpin Gums. Welcome to our first episode of Bumpin Gums.
Okay, so Bumpin Gums is basically an info dump for nerds. So it appeases autism, and yeah, Deidre and I, not only do we sit around and just talk shit about men and life and romance and jobs and stuff like that, but we also info dump random shit all the time. And we thought, why don't we just do it for the masses? So here we are, info dump time.
Info dump time.
Mm-hmm.
So this month, or actually this week, because this is going to be a weekly thing.
It is going to be a weekly thing.
This week we're doing the January observances and like things that are happening in January. So whether it's like holidays, heritage months, or different observances that are happening, we're just going to be talking about those things.
Yeah, different holidays, different stuff like that that's going on, different things that happened, historical events. I don't know, random facts about fucking fish or mushrooms, because mushrooms are my jam. Wait till you find out. But we're also going to just be talking about random stuff. So basically, we're going to give each other 10 minutes to info dump as much as we want.
If you can see, we have our little handy dandy
mushroom timer,
which is so adorable.
It is, and Deidre will have to work it because I have no idea how to use it. But we have this, and this is going to go off when it's time. And I might not have enough information to get through 10 minutes, but that's cool. Whatever I info dump is what I info dump, and you're going to take it.
Start.
Tink. Okay, so this month, you know what everybody likes to talk about this month is fucking dry January.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody loves to like talk about dry January, and it's like a whole thing about fucking dry January. So I was like, hey, y'all want to learn about some dry January shit?
Let's do it.
You're about to. All right. So first up, the first time dry January was ever fucking even heard about was from this dude. Hang on, his name. First reported dry January was in 2008, and it was by Frank Pasilico in Huntington, New York. He just decided to do it randomly for weight loss. That was the first time it was heard. Yep, in 2008. Now, when it got frickin' big was when homegirl named Emily Robinson, she started an international dry January campaign when she joined Alcohol Concern in 2012. That after giving up alcohol in January of 2011 to prepare for a half marathon, she noticed the benefits, and then people just started asking her a bunch about it. And next thing you know, it was like widespread, and it was just like went off. It was put into a book. Somebody used it in a book as like a way to help you get sober and stuff like that, or find yourself, or whatever the fuck they do in these self-help books. But it was crazy cool. So then it just blew up from there. Yeah. So now every time people are like, hey, dry January, we can thank Emily Robinson and Frank Pasilico.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Em. Besties for life. You know, I never did dry January, like as like an attempt.
So I'm actually doing a dry January.
Are you? Oh my God, we're 8 days in and you didn't even tell me.
Yeah, I forgot actually.
9 days.
So
God damn.
Hopefully I have a drink.
Have you?
I don't think I have.
I don't think you have.
No, I haven't.
I just love the tick in the back. Anywho's it's still my turn. It's still my turn.
Sorry.
Okay, so another thing that occurs in January, just so y'all know. Stop, it's freaking me out. It's giving me anxiety. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's freaking me out. National Cuddle Up Day is a thing in January. Yeah, January 6th. It's a day to cuddle with loved ones and enjoy the health benefits when it comes to cuddling. So there's actual fucking health benefits when it comes to cuddling. Warm up is, January is often one of the coldest months of the year, so cuddling is a great way to warm up, you know? If you need a reason to cuddle, for some of you who don't fucking like physical touch. Anywho's in. Health benefits. Cuddling can release oxytocin, a hormone that can reduce pain, stress, and anxiety and lower blood pressure. You know, there's actually like a thing where people go on and they like pay somebody to come and cuddle them.
I would love to do that.
There's like as a job?
Yes.
What if you get somebody who's like super stinky?
Well, you know I don't breathe through my nose when I'm around people anyway.
What if you get somebody who's like just disgusting? They're just dirty. They just have like doo-doo on them or something.
I mean, that would be wild.
I don't know. Some people just don't like to be clean.
I mean, that's true.
Some people just don't like to be. Anyways, the last one is communication. That's another benefit. What were you going to say? So another day this one's a little more sad than cuddling. Another day is January 22nd, 1973. That's Remembrance Day. The Supreme Court struck down Texas' criminal ban on abortion and held the right to abortion as a fundamental right. That happened January 22nd, 1973. That was not that long ago.
Mm-mm.
when we had rights. That's when we got our rights. And then we got to take them away less than 50 years later. How lovely. How lovely. Info dump. Just the more you know, right? You know. Okay. Now, okay, but in seriousness, January is actually Muslim American Heritage Month. So I wanted to give some facts about Muslim American heritage stuff that I found. So the history of Muslim Americans primarily began with the transatlantic slave trade, where a significant portion of enslaved Africans brought to the U.S. were Muslim.
Transatlantic slave trade took a lot of
people from a lot of fucking places, bro. They really did. But primarily,
thank you.
Primarily, that's where the Muslim culture came from.
Yeah.
So then, with that, they try to keep it, because they push Christianity and all that other bullshit, or Catholicism. No, it's Christianity. Same shit. Same thing. They're all the same thing. But they pushed Christianity and all that, but they kept the Muslim tradition alive through that. So that's how that ended up happening. The first major wave of Muslim immigration to the U.S. came through this route, with many maintaining their religious identity even under harsh conditions. Early Muslim presence. Some historians argue that Muslim explorers may have reached the Americas before Columbus, with documented evidence of Morocco guide Estevanico landed in Florida in 1527. So Muslims were here before our Spaniards. Do you know actually a lot of people ended up showing up before the Spaniards? So I don't know why Christopher Columbus is fucking, his dick is sucked constantly for just being the founder of America.
It was, but now people are like, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, he was trash. Also, he was lost.
Because there was fucking evidence in Minnesota of Vikings.
Well, also there was people that were already here.
Yes, but there was yes, obviously. Do you know actually in his journal, he stated that in his journal, it is documented that he says that the Indians and the natives were actually, I'm not even reading from the paper anymore. Now it's just info dump. Now you get raw. But he actually put in his fucking notebook that the Indians and the Native Americans that were here were so generous and giving. He was mocking them in his notebook about how giving and generous they were.
This is why I wish that, a lot of times when people were like, oh, they were so gracious to these people.
Yeah.
These people came here to just fuck up some shit.
Yeah.
That they were not so gracious.
They weren't
they
so
really
fucking,
were wanting to be the savages that they tried to make them to be.
Yeah.
Because these people came over and really just fucked shit up for a lot of people.
They really
and they was over here
did.
just minding their business,
and
trying
these
to be
people
civil.
and they were being so nice and welcoming.
So nice and welcoming.
So
and what
welcoming.
did they do to repay their graciousness?
They gave them smallpox blankets. That's what they did. That was what they did.
Fuck that guy.
They did. Wow, that's stupid. I'm not even going to give you that fact because I didn't check that. That's too wide of a range for me to give you. Anyways, that's pretty much it for all I have.
For my info dump, I looked up some information, and Saturday, January 11th is National Human Trafficking Awareness Day.
No shit.
Yeah. So the U.S. Congress designated January 11th as the National Human Trafficking Awareness Day in 2007.
2007?
2007.
God, could we do better? Jesus Christ. That was less than 20 years ago. Anywho.
Right.
Fuck.
Less than.
Anyways.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah.
I graduated from high school in 2007, so
Girl,
it just really just was like, whoa.
I know, it just hurt my feelings.
But the whole thing of it is to celebrate or to observe it. They request that you wear blue and stuff like that, which is cool.
Okay.
Just to bring awareness to the trafficking, and they say that you could take photos of yourself and share it on social media with the hashtag Wear Blue Day.
Oh, cute.
You can learn about the signs of human trafficking, how to report it, and other ways to support the survivors of human trafficking. You can support any anti-trafficking organizations by volunteering, contributing to those organizations. They also have, you can also help with advocating for policy change. So you can engage with different lawmakers and advocacy groups and just different legislation to make sure that those things are getting in place, make sure that they stay in place, because a lot of things that get put into place get revoked. So
especially when it comes to women
and children, honestly, people are like,
oh
fuck
yeah,
kids, fuck women,
fuck the women, fuck the children,
fuck the women, fuck the children.
Keep it moving. Love that for us.
So pretty much what human trafficking involves is the exploitation through the use of force, fraud, or coercion, and it can affect anybody. So it can affect women, children, men, everybody. It can affect anybody. Okay, so there was an international committee that responded in 2000 with the UN protocol to prevent, suppress, and punish trafficking in persons, especially women and children. That same year, the United States passed a groundbreaking anti-trafficking law called the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, which established the office to monitor and combat trafficking in persons that were happening in the United States.
Oh, no shit.
So they were really trying to make sure that they kind of cracked down on it, because once they were made aware of it, they were like, oh shit, this doesn't happen in other countries. This also happens here.
Yeah. So when was this?
This was in 2000.
Okay, so I think this is around the time when we started like seeing all those like human trafficking
ads,
shit and
yep.
stuff like that, like on the TV, but also in the airports.
In the airports.
Because like, I don't know if you men have that, but in the women's, this is the crazy part. In the women's bathroom stalls, we have phone numbers that are on the toilets, or like that are on the back of the doors of the stalls, that give us a phone number where we can call if we are being trafficked.
Mm-hmm. And since 2010, every U.S. president has dedicated the month of January to National Human Traffic Prevention.
Nice. Yep. I didn't know that.
Yep. They do a proclamation to raise awareness of the different forms of trafficking, how to identify it, how to address it, just pretty much how to handle it, monitor it, report it. They do all of those things, but every U.S. president has done that.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Since 2010.
Since 2010.
Let me make that clear.
Yeah.
So it's been like not very many, but it's fine.
You know, they did their best.
They did their best. Something else that I want to talk about to get off trafficking is just the National Pan-Hellenic Council, also known as the NPHTC, has the Divine Nine, which is a lot of the black letter Greek organizations. And a lot of the black letter Greek organizations of the Divine Nine have Founders Days in the month of January. There's only a few that do not, but the ones that do have Founders Days in January are Kappa Alpha Psi, which is January 5th. They just had their Founders Day.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Phi Beta Sigma, it's Fraternity Incorporated, which is my brother fraternity. Their Founders Day is today. So happy Founders Day to y'all.
Happy Founders Day.
It's on the 9th. I know when this gets posted, it will not be the 9th, but it's the 9th.
Today for us is the 9th.
Today for us is the 9th.
Yes.
January 13th, Delta Sigma Theta is Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is January 15th. And then our Founders Day is going to be January 16th, 1920 is when we were founded.
Nice.
So January 16th is the Founders Day of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And so every year everybody does a big celebration for their Founders Day. I don't know what we're doing this year because I am not active, but
that's okay.
We do stuff.
Congratulations.
So, happy birthday to all of y'all.
Happy birthday.
All the January babies.
Happy birthday.
Happy Founders Day to y'all. All right. Well, that was Bumpin Gums with Dee and Shell.
Bumpin Gums. We're very excited that we're starting this. It's new content. Bear with us. Obviously, remember our very first episode of Bitch Please? It was kind of wild, kind of grainy, kind of all over the place. Sound quality was shit. So bear with us as we work out them kinks while we continue doing this. But stay tuned. This is going to be dropping every single Monday. All right. Bye, nerds.